What's good, everybody? It's just your neighborhood angler, MoneyBass, out here about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, I get out here on a weekly basis. See how many fish we can get to the boat. As we get those fish to the boat, all you have to do on your end is subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and bam, just like that. Shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. They'll hit you up with a little cash for your pockets, all right? Want to give a big shout out to FishXLive.com, premier live streaming, live leaderboard, live chat, fishing tournament app. Whether you have bass club, bass tournaments, crappie club, crappie tournaments, catfish, whatever type of fishing that you want to do, make sure you go and check out FishXLive.com to host and participate in your fishing tournaments. Let's see, what else do we have going on, guys? Let's see. We have a nice, not necessarily kind of, we have some clouds out here, but the sun is shining bright, so it's kind of a hot day out here, but not too bad. A little bit breezy, so we're gonna get out here and get things rolling. Shout out to Frisco. Frisco, am I late or am I on time? Frisco, it's your fault that I'm late because I had to send that message to you. It's your fault, so you can blame that on Frisco. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get rolling. I think we're gonna put about 2 hours on the shot clock. All right, you guys see the time? If you could, put 2 hours on the shot clock. We're gonna make it happen today. Want to give a big shout out to the Outdoor King. The Outdoor King slid right on in at the end of yesterday's live stream and hit us up with some very nice cash apps. So I gotta get out here and catch a fish for the Outdoor King, and I also owe a little something to Ken. I told Ken I'd get out here and catch him a little something too. So we're gonna get out here and make it happen, guys. All right, so yeah, Frisco, is that the information that I sent over to you? Oh, and you know what I need to do, guys? If you were out here at the end of yesterday's live stream, you saw that I broke off one of my, oh man, I forgot to go and buy my my bait knocker. So I still have to kind of be a little cautious out here with my baits, crankbaits and things like that, because if they get hung up, I may not get them back. All right, let's get everything set up. What's going on, Ken? We got Ken back in the chat. Is the Outdoor King already in the chat? Big shout out to Ken. All right, so I owe Ken a fish. Ken slid in yesterday and hit me up with a quick cash app. Really appreciate that. But it was at the end of the live stream, so I gotta get out here and kind of make up for that. But before we get into it, let's see. This is what we broke off yesterday, so let's get this retied first, and then we're going, guys. Because on days like this, it's not really too windy, and we have the sun out kind of blazing on us. So on days like this, I gotta have one of my favorite baits tied on. And the problem is that I broke it off yesterday. Had the hooks and everything set up just the way I like it, but now let's get another one set up. So let's look into my bag of tricks. There we go, guys. So that's the bait right there, but let's look in here and find one. Today the sun is out, so I like to use something with a little flash on it. These right here are a little bit bigger size. I don't really throw those as often. Man, I'm looking in here. Let me see, do I want that one? No, that's not the one I want. Oh my goodness, there we go. Already has the hook on there. This is good to go, so we're gonna roll with that one right there. I'm gonna trim the hook down on that just a little bit. I mean, not to trim the feather down on there a little bit. Let's just get all these put back up. It's funny how when you do your tackle organization, you spend time getting everything all nice and neat and organized. And then when you're out on the lake and it's time to use it, I just pretty much just wrecked everything, the organization of it, just so I could hurry up and get it out pretty quick. All right, let's see, guys. All right, So we're gonna get this one set up. Man, it is already kind of hot out here. So as you can see, the feather on there is pretty long. So the hook actually ends right about here. So what I do is I go and I shorten that feather a little bit. So even if the fish come and nip at that feather, I want them to go ahead and catch that hook. So I just go ahead and trim that feather down some. All right, there we go. That's good enough for government work, right? All right, so we'll get this retied. All right, looks like we're moving pretty good. We have about just a little under 40 people in the chat. Make sure you guys go ahead and get the likes up for me. Really, really appreciate it so we can get things rolling. It was the chat's fault yesterday that all the fish got away because the likes weren't looking right. We need about 60 to 70 likes to make the fish bite. All right, so this is all part of the game, guys. Got to take the time to retie my bait that broke off at the end of the day yesterday. And again, want to give a big shout out to the Outdoor King, yesterday's sponsor of the live stream, with an honorable mention going out to Ken. I know you guys see him in the chat. Want to give a big shout out to the Money Team. They slid right on in, but both of them just happened to come in at the end of the live stream yesterday. So I was like, let me get back out here today and catch a little something for them since they came in towards the end of the live stream. Man, the wind isn't really blowing too much out here, and it's kind of a little humid. I don't know what the temps are. Feels like it may be in the 80s, something like that. 80s with no wind. All right, so I'm just tying a quick polymer knot on here. That is pretty much my go-to knot. And then I want to check my line. Just run it through my fingers like that. Make sure I don't have any nicks or anything in there, anything that would cause me some problems. So we're looking good. We're looking good and ready to roll. Oh yeah, that color right there looks good. All right, so let's see, guys. Let's see what's on the agenda for today. What can I make happen? So the water level is down, which could help out a little bit. Shout out to Texas Newt. Oh, Frisco says, should we pause the shot clock? Put 5:30 on, put 2 hours on the shot clock, guys. 2 hours on the shot clock. So we're gonna be out here for a good time, not a long time. But today we're gonna make some things happen. I gotta make up for yesterday and Friday. Friday, we had that nice one on at the end of the day. It was the buzzer beater. But then the fish ended up beating me because it came off before I got it to the boat. The agony of defeat. All right, if you have already hit the like button, and what that means is all you have to do is double tap your screen. Just tap your screen twice. If you have already done that for me, type the word like in the chat. If you have already hit the like button. Frisco said, you talked too soon. I sure did. I just knew that fish was coming to the boat. These fish are still relating to the bottom. All right, we're gonna do a nice 20-foot countdown. We're sitting in 19 feet of water, casting out to about 25 to 30. Oh, and you know I gotta keep my top water baits ready. Uh-oh, if you see something, say something. Does anybody see what I see? Somebody has to see what I see. Shout out to AC in the chat. We got the DQ Queen ready for some action. I told her we're catching some fish today. So she's gonna need to get those DQ skills ready for today. All right, yeah, so I can't get these fish to come up. So you know what I gotta do. Let's head down there to them and see if they wanna come out and play. So let's go down there with the shaky head. Texas Snoop says, how did you do in that 2K tournament? So that tournament is on October 11th. So there's still, we haven't had that tournament yet. So there's still some open spots on there too. So if anybody fishes Lake Sinclair, is there anybody in the chat that fishes Lake Sinclair? Shout out to Justin White. I know you guys see it. He says, what's up, Money Team? Long time, no fish. Oh my goodness, Justin. That's how you gonna enter the room, Justin? That's how it's gonna be today, Justin? Justin said, long time, no fish. Oh my goodness. Frisco says, have you tried secondary points yet? Not yet, I have not. So we have a little time on our hands. Ken says, make sure you're there. And there they go, speed racers out here. Justin says, yep, I've been going, haven't seen any fishing in a long time. Oh, I thought you were saying you've been here and haven't seen any fish caught. I thought that's what you meant, Justin. Oh. See some possible top water candidates out here. Texas Noob said, do I use the Carolina rig all year round? Yeah, I don't really have a specific time frame that I use it. It just depends on what I see the fish are doing, the type of cover and stuff like that I'm fishing. And that's pretty much all I base it on. We're gonna fish that all the way back to the boat. No bite on this cast, and we're gonna pack up and roll out to another spot, guys. What's going on? We got Lorenzo tuning back in. Fish for Dollar says, "What's up? Thanks for the gifted membership." Wait a minute. Did Justin gift a membership? Did I miss something? I just wanted to give it some time. Make sure it got all the way down to the bottom. What's going on? We got the burning season says, "What's going on? Deep pockets." Deep pockets. I guess I do have some deep pockets, but nothing in them. Is that still considered deep pockets if they're empty? There's a lot of room in there. Oh, Fishing for Dollars still remembers that. All right, shout out to Justin. Frisco says lots of lint. I got a pocket full of lint. Chaosco said bass for cash. Man, the fish just won't treat me right. We're gonna keep on moving and keep looking for this top water bite. Blaster said he putting your good mint. Just covering some water with top water baits for a quick little minute. All right, let's see if this is gonna get us some top water bites, guys. So today is Wednesday. What are your plans for the weekend, guys? Does anybody have any tournaments coming up? Anybody planning on hitting the lake, doing some fishing? All right, I had to change it up. I'm gonna hit them with the shaky head for like maybe 2 or 3 casts. Then we're gonna pack up and roll out again. So I was telling you guys I wanted to head in and fish a few docks today. So I'm just trying to think if I'm gonna stick to that or not. Change up my setups. Burning Season says 2-day Fishers of Men Regional on Steve Lawrence. All right. Good luck on that. Ken says he'll be out doing a little work. Chaos Goat said I'm going to be out there whenever I can. Goodness, said you need close to 30 pounds to win. Oh my goodness, and we got him. We got him, guys. Is he gonna jump? Oh, he's trying to jump. You guys see him? You see him trying to jump? He has some fight in him. Doesn't seem like he has too much weight to him, but he has some fight in him. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. It's a decent one. It'll do for some bass for cash. I told you guys we're gonna be out here catching some fish today. All right, let's go ahead and get him to the boat. Hit him with the flip. Bam! Got him in the lip and hit him with the flip. And just like that, Bass for Cash begins. Burning Season says giant. The bendation. We had a little bit of bendation. Just a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and put him in the live well, guys. Once we get the likes up. Now, I told you guys, we're out here to catch some fish today, but if the likes aren't right, even if the fish bite, we're not going to be weighing those fish yet, guys. We got to get the likes up. All right, there we go. You guys see it? That one right there is right. Oh, my goodness. It's right at 14 inches. We got a 14-incher right there. You guys see it? So this is all we need to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Ken said it was some semi-bendation. Veneration. Semi-veneration. All right, so let's go ahead and put that one on there. So for anybody that is not familiar, oh my goodness, that thing is going crazy in there. All right, let's give him a little water. See if that'll calm him down. He's kind of violent. I guess you'd be violent too if you just got popped in the mouth, right? All right, so there we go, guys. We got fish number 1. We haven't even been out here that long. We're just getting started. Now remember, this thing we call Bass for Cash, it does not cost anything to participate. All that you have to do is subscribe to the channel. I mean, of course, you should hit the like button. And guess the weight of the fish once the scales are open. Just that quick and easy. Want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. We're going to make it happen. Is somebody going to win today? What do you think? Is somebody going to win today, or is it another one of those days where you guys don't really want that cash? Chaos Goat said Girth Brooks is still out there. All right, we're going to go back out there one more again. I mean, they're biting out there, right? Might as well keep casting to them. DJ Ant says, I need my stripes for this idea. The Bass for Cash payout should what did he say? Be equal to the number of likes. That will get you in the algorithm if they want to get paid. But I don't think they want this money, DJ Ant. I don't think they want it. Look at the likes. The likes are ugly. We only have 29 likes with almost, we almost had 100 people in here just a few minutes ago. We're sitting around 70. We still have about 70 people in here, only 29 likes. Something ain't right. Ken says he got it today. What's going on, Jeff Rowe? Jeff Rowe says, I see a shark. That might be a one and done situation for those fish out there, guys. They may have saw what happened to their friend. They're like, oh no, I'm not gonna try biting that. Is AC in the chat? AC, do you see the likes? Do the likes look right to you? How many likes do we need before we weigh this fish, AC? AC says, I'm here. I'm waiting for that DQ. How many likes do we need? AC, did you see the fish that was just caught? Did you see the action that just took place? Frisco said, don't ask her. She's going to say 100. How many likes do we need, AC? Do you see this? We have over 80 people in the chat and only 31 likes. If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat. I want everybody to see the people that are participating that really want to get that cash for that bass. What did Frisco say? He said, don't ask her. What's going on? We got Brian, the Fisherman Baker, tuning in. What's going on, Brian? Are you going to fish the Lake Sinclair tournament? Wait a minute. How many? Only 60? That's it, AC? She feeling generous today. Okay. All right, you guys see it. If you guys get us up to 60, we're going to weigh that first fish, guys. Okay, so I want you guys to pay attention. Oh, and we got him. We got him. Bam, just like that. Let's see if he's going to be any better. Let's see. Nah, oh my goodness, that fish went airborne. That fish went airborne. All right, I think this is his little brother right here. But look at that. You guys see that? This fish is fighting. He's like, I got to fight for my life. Bam, just like that. We had to flip him. And then he said, let me take a nosedive. All right, there we go, guys. This is fish number 2 to the boat. Do you see that? If the likes ain't right, the fish not going to be right. We only got 34 likes. Look at this one right here, guys. I told you it was his little brother. So this one's not going to be a keeper. So these fish right here, we got one keeper in the boat. We got one. Frisco said, that's a throwback. Ken said, crib robber. All right, but check him out. Isn't it pretty? Look at the nice coloration on there. Going back and tell your friends you were hanging out with MoneyBass for a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and let's see. What do you guys think in the chat? Should I catch another one from here or go ahead and pack up and move? Because you never know. You never know. There could be a big one sitting out there waiting for all the little small ones to get out the way. What do you guys think? Catch another one or go ahead and pack up and roll out? Let's see what the chat has to say about it. Frisco said, go hit some docks. All right, guys, stay or leave. So you saw how fast I got 2 fish to the boat at this spot. Should I pack up and leave? Or try it one more again? What you guys think? We got Ryan McNally in the chat. What's going on, Robert? We got Robert tuning in too. Texas Noob said, go ahead and roll out. Frisco says, go to a secondary point. Let's see what else. Blaster says, on the move. Frisco said, go catch some real fish. Blaster says, put some air in your hair. Well, I don't really have some hair to put some air through, but I get the drift. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's put some air in my hair, as Blaster says. Brian the Fisherman Baker, he said, don't leave the fish if they're biting. Well, you see, Brian, they're biting, but the chat said, get to stepping. They want me to leave. So we're going to pack up and move on out. They like, yeah, you catching some fish, but you want some bigger ones. So we're going to go see if we can get some bigger fish, guys. So yeah, Brian, are you going to fish the tournament on Sinclair, Lake Sinclair on the 11th? $2,000 payout, 20 boats is the cap. So once they hit 20 boats, they're going to close off the registration. So if you're thinking about fishing it, I would say head on over to FishXLive.com. Go to FishXLive.com. And once you download the app is free to download, guys. Once you download the app, just click on the tournaments tab. Once you go to the tournaments tab, you will see the upcoming tournaments. All right, so Brian said he's going to come out there and try to take my money. All right, yeah, so Brian, just go to FishXLive.com. You know the routine. Click on the tournaments tab. And we're going to be out there having a good day. All right. Uh-oh, wait a minute, guys. If you see something, say something. Get you to say something, guys. If you see something, say something. Let's see who sees something. Texas News is like, oh yeah, I see something. Waves is in the chat, says I see something. Frisco sees a little something, something. Ella sees something. Hey, Texas News said flip graphs engaged. Look at that, it's not flipping yet. Ken says incentive to get away from the crib. All right, so you want me to cover some water today, Ken? Is that what you're insinuating? Cover some water. Let's see, which way is this current moving today? Can't really tell. Let's get out here and see if we can make it happen one again. All right, guys, remember, we need 60 likes. We're sitting on 34. We're sitting on 34 likes. If you see something, I need you to say something, because I see it. Big shout out to Ken. Ken slid on in and hit us with the $19.99. Ken said no bigger. Ken said get some bigger fish. All right, Ken, there we go. That's what I'll do. Go ahead and get some bigger fish to the boat. Shout out to David. What's going on, David? We're out here doing this thing called Bass for Cash. If you are new to the channel, type the word new in the chat. Just want to make sure you guys know the rules of engagement, because it would be a travesty for you guys to try to participate in Bass for Cash and not know the rules and get disqualified. You don't want it to happen to you, because the chat will laugh at you. So Bass for Cash, guys, I get out here on a weekly basis. See how many fish we can get to the boat within maybe like 2 hours or so. All you have to do on your end to participate is subscribe to the channel. That's it. Once you subscribe to the channel, once you see the scales have been announced as being open, all you have to do is guess the weight of the fish. And if you're able to do that, then you can walk away with some cash for your pocket, courtesy of SWAT Lawn Operations. I got to switch my grass back around. Shout out to DL Peck out there doing it big on YouTube. DL Peck is out there cashing checks for real. Oh my goodness, guys, they're schooling. Oh my goodness, look at this. They're schooling and all of my baits are tangled up. Shoot. Oh my God, they're still schooling. They're still schooling. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Oh, goodness gracious. No, I can't believe it. Oh, that was terrible. And now let's see if hopefully I didn't get hung up on the bottom over here. Oh my goodness, guys. That was bad business. Oh man. If you stay ready, who knows the second part to that? If you stay ready, Ken said, where's the fluke? I wasn't ready. But if you stay ready, guess what happens? You don't have to get ready. Oh, I try to make sure I get ready after each run that I make, but sometimes I'm slipping. They caught me slipping today, guys. Now that definitely would have been a fish to the boat, because those fish were coming up schooling and they stayed up for a long time. I can't believe it. Let's get these things untangled. Oh, why? I'm gonna cast over there anyway. Let's cast over there anyway. Ken said the 4 o'clock comedy show is in session. I wasn't ready, Ken. Dottie knew it. She said, you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. Oh, man, that was terrible. I'm out here looking for a top water bite and I wasn't even ready for it. I'll be ready the next time, though. I tried to hit them with that swim bait, too. But they didn't come up and get it. It looked like the bait fish that they were feeding on was a little smaller than that swim bait that I threw out there at them. All right, I think this might be a money cast right here. I think this might be a money cast. He said we get hung on a street light. There's some street lights down there probably. All right, let's see, guys. Is this the money cast? Do you qualify? Come on, bud. I see you out there. Oh, my goodness. We had a tappy tap, guys. Oh. I hate it when that happens. No bueno. We had a nice little tappy tap, though. Let's go back out there one more again. What's going on? We got Anthony Harris tuning in. Rajab tuning in. We got Jam tuning back in. What's going on? All right, so for anybody that is just tuning in, we got one in the boat. We had another one we had to throw back. Didn't quite make it, but once we get 60 likes, we're going to weigh that fish. If you are able to guess the weight of that fish, then bam, just like that, you can walk away with a little fun for your pockets. All right? If you got some deep pockets, we got something that'll fill them up a little bit further for you. Cover up some of that lint. If you got lint in your pockets. Ken said, did you get that fish's bottle in the well? What is that? What is the fish's bottle? Am I reading that wrong? DJ N said, I'm going to like from everything so we can get up to 50. Ken said some get a baby bottle for that little fish. But you know how much that fish weighs, Ken? That fish in that live well weighs about $40. What you think about that? What you think about that, Ken? All right, let's see, guys. Let's see. Ooh, I felt it. I think I got hit with the FBS on that. We got Jorge tuning in. What's going on? He says from New Mexico. What's going on? Good to see you in the chat. All right, let's get one more cast up there, and then we're going to keep on moving. Texas New says strike one. Shout out to Mask Off. He said, hold up, swole up. Oh, yeah, we got one in the live well, but listen, Mask Off. Mask Off, right now at this moment, have you already hit the like button? Just type yes or no in the chat. Have you already hit the like button? Let me just show this. You know what? This right here, my Mask Off might win this one, guys. Oh, my goodness. You guys didn't see that. This thing tried to jump out of the water. Tried to jump out of the live well, but there he goes. Look at him. He weighs about $40. It's about a $40 bill sitting right there, guys. If somebody wants it. Let's see what Mask Off said. Mask Off said yes. He said it's the first thing I do. All right, Mask Off. He said, hey, I'm in contingency. I'm in the running to win some of that cash today. Got Timothy tuning in. Horsey says, what's your go-to bait on finicky fish? A shaky head. Well, I guess it depends on what kind of finicky fish you're talking about. It could be a shaky head, or it could be something like a spy bait. If you're fishing shallower water, then I would go with like a wacky rig. That wacky will get you some fish every time. Oh, Texas New says, man, are you saying that Mask Off knows about small fish? No, Mask Off has some techniques and tactics that he knows the weights of these fish. Mask Off has won probably about 3 times, I think, Texas New. So Mask Off has some type of strategy that he's using on y'all. Because he'll slide right on in. He won't even be in the chat that much. But then as soon as he hears a fish is caught, he'll pop up in the chat out of nowhere. Ken says, I got it this time, mask off. I've been doing this for 10 years. He says, I'm due. Look at DJ N. He said, I told you, 50. All right, guys, we only need 10 more likes. Once we get 10 more likes, we're going to weigh that fish. All right, I'm kind of liking the way it looks right now, guys. The sun is covered up. So if you take a look out there, we got some darker clouds have moved in and covered the sun up. So we got a nice kind of overcast feel right now. Texas Newt Maskoff said, how dare you? He said, how dare you try my gangster? Uh-oh. Maskoff said, don't let him enter into the next big bass battle and show you what's happening. All right, let's ease back up here one more again. Then we're gonna keep on moving. We're gonna count it down. Texas Noob says, my bad, mask off. I was just trying to see what Money was saying there. Don't try to put it on me, Texas Noob. You need to say it with your chest. Say, I said what I said. We got Fishing with Eli says, I'm joining in a little late. He said, what's up? So you're not late. I mean, yeah, you're a little late, but you're not late for the weigh-in. We need 7 more likes, guys. Once we get 7 more likes, we're going to weigh that first fish, all right? Wave said, let me see, Ken for the 19.99 dono in today's stream. That's right. Shout out to Ken. Ken is the current sponsor of today's live stream. He slid right on in and hit me in the chin with the 19.99 super chat, guys. And what I say is each live stream, whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, or show of support for the channel through those gifted memberships is the sponsor of that live stream. Yesterday, want to give a big shout out to the Outdoor King and to Ken because they both slid right on in, but they just so happened to slide in at the end of the live stream, and I don't think they knew it. But they hit me up with a few super chats, so I was like, let me get back out here today and get a few fish to the boat for them so we can see if we can give away some of this cash for some of these bass. All right, so the breeze is starting to come in here too, guys. We got a little breeze coming in. Daddy said only 6 more likes. Ken says, I don't use Cash App. How will I get paid? You got to reach out to AC, the DQ Queen. She handles all that. But remember, guys, the rules of engagement, Ken is like, how am I going to get my money? The rules of engagement are in the description. And also, make sure you pay attention to the chat because AC kind of keeps up with that stuff too. She puts information in the chat that will help you guys out. Jorge says, how do I get that money? Everybody's like, how do I get my money? DJ Ant said, you'll get a money order. Oh, no, not a money order. Nah, but want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. They are the current sponsor for this thing we call Bass for Cash. So everybody put SWAT Lawn Operations in the chat. So if somebody decides to guess the correct weight of the fish, SWAT Lawn Operations is going to hook you up. All right, let's keep on rolling. Joe Blow said Western Union. Shout out to Texas New. He said flip mode engaged. Oh man. Now I want you guys to take a look at something. I checked the weather today and it did not say it was supposed to rain, but I want you to look out there. That what you see right there, that is a rain, that is rain. Can you guys see that out there? It hasn't made it over here to where I'm at. Hopefully it goes in a different direction. But my luck with trying to run from rain lately has not been all that good. Okay. See a few little somethings out here. Dottie said, one more like, y'all. She said, get those likes up so we can get this cash. We need one more like. Todd said, this ain't Brookville Lake, is it? No, sir. This is Lake Lanier out here in Georgia, down south. Oh, come on, don't take my bait. Don't take it from me. Man, I hate getting hung up on a drop shot. Ken says, can I like for tomorrow? Okay, guys, it looks like we got the likes up. It looks like we made it. But now I got to get my bait back because I'm kind of hung up a little bit. As I'm looking at the rain out there in the distance, hoping it's not heading my way. Brad said the same snag as yesterday. Pretty much. Pretty much. Ken said it's coming your way. He said, look at the water. Oh yeah, that the water, the changing of the color of the water does not look too promising. Man, I'm want to keep working this thing because I do not feel like retying a drop shot. And I really don't want to lose the hook either. Now, if I lose the sinker, that's all right, but I have a feeling. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll be able to tell when it gets closer because you see those trees right there? Once I see those trees start getting covered up by the rain, then I'll know that I need to pack up and run. Yeah, I think I'm stuck on some fishing line, guys. Yep, that's what the problem is. I'm stuck on some fishing line. It has enough movement in there for me to be able to move my bait. Oh, there we go. Come on, come out of there. Almost got it out of there. Come on, that line is not giving though. Ken says, where's my bait knocker at? It is in the lake. It is in the lake. I think it fell out of my hand. That. Come on, buddy. Just keep coming up just a little bit more. At Lake Russell, I believe, is where it broke. Man, yeah, I think I'm about to lose this battle. Oh, man, I can see it right there. I think it's actually close enough for me to grab it with my net. So I can at least get my hook back. And then we're gonna weigh the fish, guys. Frisco's probably looking like, man, just break that thing off. Frisco, that's a hook, man. That hook probably cost at least 50 cents. That's probably about 50 cents right there in the water, Frisco. I gotta get that back. And there it goes right there. Let's see, can I reach it? Did I reach it? Where'd it go? Oh man, I didn't get it. Couldn't reach it. All right, we got it. We got it. It paid off. Oh, and it was on some braid. That's why. And this braid is not gonna give up either. I do not want to get my fingers caught in that. Oh, shoot. No, we're losing it again. Shoot. I need my pliers. I'm out here having a battle. The battle with the braid. All right, we got my bait back up in the boat again. I gotta figure out how to. There we go, we got it. All right, while you guys are guessing the weight of that fish, I'll be getting all this braided line back in here. Ken says, yep, the 4 o'clock comedy show. We got it back. I saved 50 cents. All right, so are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let's see what you guys were talking about in the chat. Frisco said El Cheapo. Pizza guy said you could have retired by now. I could have, but I'd have lost 50 cents. All right. Oh, let me hit my spot lock. All right, so guys, we're about to weigh this fish. So all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And AC, once I see that you say you are ready in the chat, then I will open the scales. All right, guys, is AC still in the chat? Let's go ahead and get the scale ready. Want to give a big shout out to FishXLive.com. Make sure you guys go and check it out. Brian said he's going to sign up and fish that Lake Sinclair tournament, paying out $2,000 to the lucky winner. I'll be out there participating. All right, so we got the scale zeroed out. Actually, we don't need a scale just yet, because I need to show you guys the fish. We're going to put it on a scale on the measure board. And remember, we're about to go into subscriber only mode too, guys. So if you have not subscribed, let's see, can we get into subscriber only mode? Let me see. All right, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Do not go anywhere. I have to reset something so that we can go into subscriber only mode. And once we come back online, it'll probably take about 30 seconds to a minute. We'll be right back. This is the fish that we're going to weigh. If you are able to guess the weight of this fish, then you're going to walk away with some cash for your pocket. And we're just waiting on AC to come back into the chat. All right, AC, she is here. All right, just bear with me, guys. I will be right back. All right, we're back. So let's see who held in there. Who held on? All right, AC, are you in the chat? We're about to go into subscriber only mode, everybody. All right, we are currently in subscriber only mode. AC, type ready in the chat, then we'll go ahead and open the scales. As soon as you say ready, I'll pull the fish out, let everybody take a look at it, and let them put their... Oh, Blaster says, hold on. You want to let a few more people come back into the stream? Blaster, is that what you're trying to do? AC says she's ready, so we're about to roll with it, guys. All right, we are in subscriber only mode. All right, AC, you can open the scales. All right, there we go, guys. We're going to put this one on the measuring board. This fish is coming in at a nice and easy 14 inches. It is right at 14. You guys see that? It's not a biggin, but this fish could possibly weigh about a $40 bill right there. Is that what the payout for today is, AC? I think it's $20, right? But if you're a member of the Money Team, you know that has its privileges. All right, we're going to go ahead and put it back in the live well for now. And remember, you guys have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. And while you're doing that, let me get my tangled mess up out of here. You guys have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. Man, that wasn't even braided line. That was some type of thick green looking line they're using out here. All right, you guys have 2 minutes to get active in the chat. Remember, one guess and one guess only. If you put more than one guess in the chat, you will be DQ'd. Oh my goodness. Philip, Lewis, you are DQ'd for multiple guesses. Remember, guys, you only put one guess one time in the chat. It is very important to follow the rules of engagement. If you put multiple guesses in the chat, or you put the same guess in the chat multiple times, spamming the chat, you will be DQ'd. But if you get DQ'd, don't let it hurt your feelings too bad, because there are several people in the chat that have been DQ'd and come back to win later on during the same live stream. Ken says, yes, I see your guesses. Uh-oh, wait a minute. What are y'all talking about? Oh, Ken wants to make sure that you can see his guesses, huh? All right, how many people got hit with a DQ? All right, looks like the guesses have slowed down. Once those 2 minutes are up, guys, then we're gonna weigh the fish. Just like that, just that quick and easy. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel so that you can participate. All right, the scales are now closed. All right, we're about to make it official. All right, Khalil says, noted. Ken says, there is a blue box on the screen. What are you talking about? What's the blue box? All right, so here we go, guys. Now, I'll let you know what I think this fish weighs. It's definitely a 1+ pounder. So I will say this fish is gonna be about a 147, guys. I'm gonna say a 147. 147 is what I think. Let's take a look and see. All right, let's get the scale zeroed out. Is somebody doing the imaginary drum roll for me? Let's get him locked in. I think it's a 147. Oh, and I was just a little off, guys. It locked in at a 136. Now, if somebody guessed 136, you are probably walking away with a little cash for your pocket, courtesy of SWAT Lawn Operation. Let's go ahead and let this bad boy go. Bam. Did anybody get it? Blaster said, who wants this money? Brian, the Fisherman Baker, says, yes, sir, that is me. AC said there are no official winners. Nobody guessed the weight. Nobody guessed the weight. They just don't want this money. We can't give away money on this channel. What is going on with that? What is going on with that? All right, so for anybody that is new to the channel and that is your first time participating, it's just that quick and easy. Uh-oh, it looks like we have a protest in the chat. Texas Snoop said, AC, what about Brian? Uh-oh, let's see how this is gonna play out. Joe Blow said, Brian got it. Brian said, yes, I did. He said I had 136. AC said, oops. AC said, oops, sorry about that. Oh my God, somebody did finally want some of this money. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? After all this time, somebody finally did want some of this money. I'm out here doing my job, guys. I did what I'm supposed to do. Mask off said lock her up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. AC, do you see that? They want to put you behind bars. They turn on you so quick. Oh my goodness. Brian, the Fisherman Baker. Shout out to Brian. Everybody put, what are we going to call this? Let's see. Just put Brian in the chat. Everybody put Brian in the chat. Brian came in with the winnie win. And he said he's going to sign up and participate in that Lake St. Clair $2,000 tournament. So he just got some money towards his entry fee. Oh, my goodness. All right, now, I have a question. First, I need everybody to put SWAT in the chat. SWAT. I need everybody to put SWAT in the chat. Shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. And after you put SWAT in the chat, I have a simple question for you. What does SWAT stand for? Who knows what SWAT stands for? The first person that guesses what SWAT stands for, the very first person that guesses in the chat what SWAT stands for, the very first person that guesses what SWAT stands for owes me $20. Who was the first person to guess it? Somebody check the chat and see who owes me $20. Who was the first person to guess what SWAT stands for? The first person that guesses it owes me $20, and the second person owes me $10. So who owes me the money, chat? Help me out, chat. Who has my money? Oh, Dottie said Blaster. Okay, Blaster. How much does Blaster owe me, Dottie? And then who was the second person? What's going on, Alicia, in the chat? Who was the second person? Texas Noob said Chicken Hawk. All right, who else owes me some money, Dottie? Dottie's my accountant. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. Who has my money? Dottie said, and Frisco owes me 10. Frisco, where's my $10? All right, Brian, they're looking for your Cash App. We always try to make sure we confirm that everybody receives their funds while we are still live. Look, Frisco there he is. There he is, Frisco. Appreciate it, Frisco. Blaster says snitches get stitches. All right, Frisco. I take let me see. I take Cash App, Zelle. I used to take checks. I don't take checks. But what's your preference, Frisco? I need my $10 so I can go and buy me some replacement baits for the one that broke off. I need to buy another crankbait. All right, Blaster and Frisco, you guys weren't expecting that, were you? All right. Man, look, I've been out here playing around a little too much, guys. Time goes by quick when you're out here. It goes by with the quickness. Brian says, I'm working on it. Robert said, buy some more drop shot hooks. I do need some more. I just bought about 20 of them, but I need a few more. Blaster says, I'm going to time out Dottie. She was just trying to help you remember that you owe me the $20, Blaster. Frisco said 45 minutes to go. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I lost track of time. All right, let's get out there and get another one before my 45 minutes are up. Zyro says, time keeps on slipping into the future. All right, let's see if we can get another one, guys. Oh, no, come on, don't tell me. Oh, no, please, no. Oh, this is terrible. I wasn't paying attention. and I got hung up. Frisco said, and no docks. Frisco, I'll be fishing a lot of docks on Sinclair. I'll be doing a lot of docks on Sinclair. You know it's hard for me to get away from these schools of fish out here. I gotta have my mind right. All right, I got it back. Whew. Lucky me on that one. Frisco said they be calling him. I mean, Blaster said they be calling him. Yeah, they be calling my name. They keep calling me. Let's count it down to a nice and easy 20. So, Ken, we're not going to be on St. Clair. It's Sinclair in Georgia. So they don't have smallmouth in that lake. All right, let's roll, guys. Frisco said I'm running out of time. Oh my, can you believe it? Everybody put Brian in the chat one more again. You guys know there was $100 in that Bass for Cash payout. Now there's 60 left for today in there. Brian slid right on in and said, give me that money. Ken said you need to hit him with that fluke around those docks. Wait a minute. If you see something, say something. If you see it, I need you to say it. Somebody has to see it. 2 times. Shout out to Clint Perry. CP slid right on in. He said, hello, everybody. He slid right on in and hit you guys with some triple gifted memberships. I think that makes CP the sponsor of today's live stream. Let's see, that first one went to Sons of Virgins Fishing Team. What is that? Shout out to Clint Perry once again with 7 Up. Got that second gifted membership. And who did I miss? I missed one. Let's see. Jay Brock. Everybody put CP in the chat. CP coming in and wasting no time, showing some love for the chat. He said, hello, AC and everyone. Big shout out to CP. All right, so we already caught Ken's fish. Now we got to get a fish for Clint to the boat. Ken's fish actually won Brian the Fisherman Baker. Well, how much did he win, AC? Was he a member of the money team? Let me see. Was Brian a member of the money team? Did he double the fun? He sure did not. He was like, I don't need double the fun. All right, I have a feeling we got this overcast going on right now, and I have a feeling that these fish are gonna want to come up and start hitting on top. So I got it ready this time, guys. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Oh my God, what is that? What is that? What did I just miss? What just happened? It's a big old school of fish out there, guys. But do they want to come out and play is the question. Do they want to play with your partner today? What's going on, Mark? We got Mark tuning in. All right, Ken might be right. Ken might be right. Ken wants me to hit him in the head with that fluke. All right, Ken, I'll go ahead and tie that fluke back on for you. Let's get out here and hit that spot lock. Shout out to, okay, so Brian the Fisherman Baker walked away with a nice and easy $20 bill. They're just waiting for confirmation from you, Brian. Did you collect your cash for that bass? All right. And you know what? I do not have my fluke set up out here, Ken, and I don't feel like digging through there to find it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to swap the fluke out. We'll swap out this jerk bait and just tie the fluke on here. We'll see. We'll see if this setup is strong enough to get this hook set and get the fish to the boat. Now with this, I am gonna have to kind of set the hook a little bit into this one, because this hook is not really a finesse hook. It's just a regular offset hook. All right, shout out to Brian. Slid right on in and got hit in the chin with a $20 bill. So that, oh, wait a minute, guys. There's still $80 left in the Bass for Cash payout for today. If Brian had been a member of the Money Team, he'd have yanked $40 out of there. All right, so we got the fluke on there for you, Ken. Let me just show you the setup. See that, Ken? And I got the hook is exposed. So there we go. I think these fish may prefer a fluke over some of those other type of setups that I was throwing. All right, let's move way off of these fish, guys. Get back out there again. Ken says, heck, I catch 4-pounders on Dora the Explorer with a fluke. Ken said, get that net ready. They're not coming up and committing to it, Ken. Let's keep on fan casting. Ken says, stop and let it flutter down a bit. All right, so you mean let it drop down there to him, right? Oh, we'll drop it down there a little. We'll count it down a little bit for you, Ken. I was trying to see if I could get the fish to come up so I don't get hung up. Shout out to Cove Ultimate Fishing. He says, them Lanier spotted bass are tired of seeing you. Oh, man. Oh, why I gotta be like that? Why can't they be happy to see me? Ken says, just about a foot. All right, Ken, we're gonna try one more time. Because the way that they're acting right now, they're just not acting right. All right, we're letting it drive down a little bit. He said they can hear you coming from a mile away and they tell their friends, don't bite that hook. That is true. I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, Ken, they're not coming up. I was thinking that they'd be a little more active as far as coming up on hitting on top water right now because of the overcast, but it ain't so. So let's put this down. And since they want to stay down there, we're gonna go down there where they're at. Ken said, try a C4 spinnerbait. Is that dynamite with a blade on it? Is that what that is? Shout out to Cole Ultimate Fishing. You're going to be out there fishing the Lake Sinclair tournament trying to get that $2,000, right? Ken said, yes, sir. Just go ahead and hit him with some dynamite. Let's see. Brian Fisherman Baker says, do I hit request or pay? I have never done this. Oh, you're still trying to get your payout. Oh, so okay. So once you receive the funds, you should show that your account balance have $20 in there. Do you see the $20 in the account, Brian? All right, Dottie knows the routine. She says, oh, he got to accept those funds first. Dottie said, I'm a Cash App specialist. All right, we got hung up, guys. Let's go and get this, and then we're going to move again. She said something like that. I got some teenagers. Those teenagers be wanting some Cash App money, huh? Shout out to Hog Catcher. He says, money, where the fish? We already put the fish back in the water. You late, partner. Somebody already won the money and everything. Look at the chat. He trying to get his Cash App money right now. Shout out to Brian the Fisherman Baker. Slid right on in and guessed the weight of that fish. We're working on the next one now. Hawkins says, Lord have mercy. Just that quick and easy, Hog Catcher. If you tune out for a minute, you just missed all the action. He said, how much did it weigh? Brian, how much did your winning fish weigh? I can tell you this, hog catcher, it weighed $20. It weighed $20, hog catcher. That's how much it weighed. Hog catcher says, I was at work. Well, you should have told your job that, hey, I'm trying to get some cash for this bass. I'll be right back. Tell them you're taking a break. He said they needed that money for Clark's Hill. Well, there's still $80 left in the payout in the pot for today. There's still an $80 bill in there. All right, let's move again. Ended up being a kind of a nice day out here, not too cold, not too hot. Well, I guess it wouldn't be cold, but not too hot. Dottie says, I got 22 minutes. All right, well, let's roll, Dottie. Let's make it happen. All right, let's see what we got. Dottie said I only have 22 minutes left on the shot clock. Where did I put my drop shot? That's not it. That's not it. All right, this is it. Joe Blow says, how many people signed up for Sinclair? It's a little over an hour from me. So I think right now, I think there are 9 or 10 spots left, I believe. But if you go to FishXLive.com, just download the app. That's where you register at. You can download the app for free. It'll show you all the details. You'll see how many people have registered and everything. And then you can click on, so once you click on tournaments, the tournaments tab, you'll see the live tournament, and you'll also be able to see how many spots are left. But that's where you go to register at FishXLive.com. It'll have all the details of the tournament. Oh my goodness, guys. Did I miss him? You know what? Let's get back down. Let's put a little stank on it, guys. I think we might be able to get one. Get one on this drop shot. Hog Catcher says, you got an extra 20 minutes because I made it. Hog Catcher, you mean to put another 20 minutes on the shot clock for you? You got a special request? Now, so what happened, Hog Catcher, yesterday when I was in the stream, we had the Outdoor King slide in right at the last minute. And we also had Ken slide right on in at the last minute. They didn't realize that the live stream was about to be over. And so they came in dropping some cash apps. And I was like, oh my goodness, guys, I was about to leave. But I can't just leave now because you hit me with some cash apps. So what I told them I would do was be back today to get some fish to the boat for them. So I already got the Outdoor King's fish to the boat. No, wait a second. No, I got Ken's fish to the boat. So now, man, I'm losing track. I think I'm getting Clint Perry's fish to the boat now. I think that's the deal. I'm getting Clint Perry's fish to the boat right now. Clint Perry says, sure. Patricia says, flip a big old piggly jiggly down there. So that's another bait that I plan on throwing on Sinclair, Patricia. I'll have a jig tied on for Sinclair too. We have something down there wanting to nibble on it a little bit. But it wasn't taking it, so I don't know if that's a bass or not. Probably, yep, gotta fix my bait back. We're getting a little bitey bite down there. A little bitty bite. Hog Catcher says, wacky worm. He said he might come to Sinclair. I thought you're going to be at another tournament. I thought you said you're going to be at another tournament on October 11th. Brian says, are you fishing the Lake Jackson tournament? Yes, sir. I'll be fishing Jackson. But I'm going to Jackson for one fish. I'm looking for a 7+ pounder on Lake Jackson. I don't really care about getting my limit or any of that stuff. I just need one fish on Lake Jackson. Ken said he's falling asleep. Ken said he needs some action to wake back up. Patricia says that is better than The Price is Right. Dottie said another fish would be nice. right, I don't usually cash my drop shot, but let's just try it. See if I can do it without getting hung up. Frisco said, this is bait. Ken says, he said, throw that fluke at the rocks and slowly work it back. Patricia says, a buzz bait. Everybody like those rocks, huh? Navy says, does that rip rap running underwater? It sure does. And I'm out here on a rocky point. Brian says, my buddy caught a 5-pounder last week on the South River on a frog around some trees in the water. On Lanier? They got a 5-pounder on Lanier? Ken says he'd give me a guarantee. He says, I guarantee you'll smack one if you throw that fluke up there. Oh, Lake Jackson, okay. Well, the 5-pounder is not going to help me on Lake Jackson. I need a 7. It has to be a 7+ on Lake Jackson. No exceptions. All right, let's put that down. Ken wants me to throw that shaky head. I mean, that fluke, so I'll pick that up in just a second. Time is ticking, guys. Time is ticking. Patricia says a popper. Hawkins says, good luck with that, buddy. Well, I mean, good luck with what? Oh, we're catching a 7. Are you talking about catching a 7-pounder on Lake Jackson? All right, they got me that time, guys. They got me. But I'm going to be back for revenge. Come on, Hog Catcher. You got to believe. You got to have faith. Joe Blow, you didn't see that, did you? Yeah, on Sinclair, I just need the biggest bag on Sinclair. But on Jackson, I need a 7-pounder. Oh, man, come on. Why I got to get hung up now? That ain't the time or the place for it to be happening to me. Hog Catcher, you know how much that 7-pounder is worth? When I catch that 7-pounder on Jackson, you know how much that's worth? $5,000. Frisco said, better chatterbait won't get hung up. We got locking damn 17 catfishing. Says, have you caught anything? Yeah, we caught a little something, something. Nothing too humongous today. But we did catch a $20, well, Brian the Fisherman Baker caught a $20 bill. We're doing this thing called Bass for Cash, where all you have to do is guess the weight of the fish. Let me open the chat back up to everybody. All right, so the chat is now back open for everybody to hop back in there. Patricia said the fish are looking up. They're like, what's up there? She said they're looking up to feed. They got their mouths on the top of their head. Locking Down 17 says, what is the biggest bass you've ever caught? So I don't know what the biggest smallmouth is that I've caught. I'm guessing probably around 3-something pounds, maybe. The biggest largemouth is 8.56, and the biggest spot is 5 pounds 11 ounces. All right, let's change this up. All right, so Ken, you want me to throw that shaky head again, right? I mean, not shaky head, I keep saying shaky. You want me to throw that fluke, right? All right, so what we'll do is we'll run down this bank, throwing that fluke to Ken. Shout out to Ken. Where did I put the fluke at? Oh, there it goes. All right, so we're gonna run down the bank, twitching this fluke. Everybody likes these rocks. So we'll get out here and fish this fluke along these rocks. Twitch it, pause it a little bit. Let it sink a little bit. Pop it a little bit. Can you see that fluke coming across the top there? Ken says, don't reel that fast, work it slow. Ken, I'm so used to going after these fast moving spotted bass. Mike says, what kind of boat you got? I got a Nitro Z20. Hit me up with 3 more likes and we'll do a quick boat tour. I'll show you some of the details of the boat. We just need 3 more likes. Patricia says 500,000 first place. You said $1 million tournament October 5th through 8th. Where's that at? Lake Gunnersville? All right, we're sitting on 100 likes. All right, Mike, let me show you what I got. So we're rolling in a Nitro Z20, and it is being pushed by a Mercury Pro XS 250 horsepower 4-stroke motor. I have 2 Minn Kota Talons on the back. Those are shallow water anchors. For those that do not know, they shoot a spike down into the bottom of the lake, and they'll hold the boat in place as long as I am in 10 foot or less of water. So those are shallow water anchors. Have 2 grass at the console, 2 up front. I have an Ultrex trolling motor. Let's see any other goodies on here you guys might want to know about. Have an Ultrex trolling motor, and I have Mega 360 and Humminbird Mega Live on this boat. Appreciate that, Mike. Bryson says, no, the crankbait. He's like, what are you doing throwing a fluke? You need to throw a crankbait. Patricia said, no, not the crankbait, not the fluke. You need to hit him with a... You need to hit him with a number 5 shad wrap. Uh-oh, Joe Blow said, I second that. Brian says he is catching bass off brush on Jackson. The water is still in the 80s plus. Oh, I felt something. We had a little small fish on, a little small one. That thing's probably a little bit bigger than the fluke itself. Brian said Jackson water's still in the 80s plus degrees. They are still in their summer pattern. He threw top water for a while, then with no bites. Ken says, I do it up here and they kill it this time of year. What kind of fish are you catching, Ken? Uh-oh, guys, I see some raindrops. The rain snuck up on me. The rain has snuck up on me. It caught me, guys. It was nice and quiet and was like, we're gonna get him. He's not paying attention to the weather anymore. Yeah, so you're fishing for largemouth and smallmouth. This lake's, I mean, they will hit the fluke out here, but it's just a little different. I probably need to be more back into a cove, fish around docks and stuff like that. It'll work out here. We got a little bit of rain coming up. Doesn't look like it's gonna be all that heavy. Switch up a little bit, put a little stank on it and get back over here. We got Outdoor J tuning in. Frisco says drizzling. Don't be scared. Now, where did I put my wire cutters? Got a few nicks in the line, so let's go ahead and get that squared away so that's not a problem. What's going on, Lonnie? Outdoor J says, what can I do for a free rod? Man, the amount of things you got to do to get a free rod, you might as well just go and work a little bit and get, well, I mean, you could go and enter into a tournament. But what you got to do to get a free rod, go out to the lake and pre-fish for the tournament, register for the tournament, win the tournament, then get a sponsor for your next tournament, and they'll give you a free rod. But by the time you get that free rod, the amount of money that you spent, man, this rain is picking up. It tricked me. Put a little stank on it. What did Dottie say? Money, or you could win Bass for Cash. There you go. That'll work. Dottie has the game plan. All you got to do is guess the weight of one of these fish that I get to the boat. Frisco said overtime is in effect. Yeah, that rain caught me, guys. It just creeped up all nice and quiet, too. LKB Fishing says, have any suggestions for this weekend? Have a tournament. What lake are you fishing? What state and lake? And what kind of fish are you trying to catch? Lonnie says, fish love it when it rains. Lonnie, the fish told me, because I asked the fish about that one time, do they like it when it rains better or when it's not raining? And they said, either way, we're still wet, so we don't really care. Frisco said, that's not rain. He said, that's just water making the dust mad. Oh, fishing Watts Bar. Who knows about Watts Bar? I don't know about that lake. He said the fish told you that they think it's food falling from the sky, huh? So right now I have a 7'1" medium heavy spinning rod. Got a loose reel on here. I got high-vis yellow braid, 15 to 20 pound high-vis yellow braid on the spool. And then the leader line, I have about a 15 to 20 foot leader. And that leader is 12 pound fluorocarbon on my shaky head, because my shaky head, I throw that in sometimes some rough cover and I have to make sure I can get the fish back out of there. Let's go see it. You sure that's a medium heavy? Oh, I said medium heavy? No, this is a medium. Joe Blow said that's a medium light. Yeah, I used to fish with a medium heavy on my shaky head. But then I started using a 7'2". I wanted a longer rod. And so that longer rod came in a, where'd I put the drop shot at again? Came in a medium, So it was a 7'2" medium that I used to use, and then that rod ended up breaking on me. And then at that point, I got used to fishing with a medium on my shaky head. So that's how I ended up with the rod that I have now. But ideally, if I could have like a 7 foot, I don't know, I just want something with a little more length to it so I can get a longer cast. But if I could get like a 7'3", maybe I'd even try a 7'6" just to see what that feels like on the shaky head. But if I had like a 7'3", something like that, medium heavy, that would be ideal. That Devil's Night says, any hogs today? Any toes today? No, sir, not today. But with this thing we call Bass for Cash, don't necessarily need those. We're just looking for some nice 14 inches or better is all we need. And that's what we got so far. And that got Brian the Fisherman Baker paid today. He walked away with us with some quick cash. So did Brian confirm that he got his payment? Is Brian still in the chat? All right, guys, this right here may get us a little, a bite right here. I think this cast may get us a little something. Shout out to DSPLT. Shout out to the Squiggly Lines. We got Squiggly Lines in the chat. All right, we're just slow rolling it, guys. Had one come flying off of the bottom and hit it, guys, and did not take it. Oh, you gotta hate it when that happens. So it's a nice little school out here. Brian said, yes, sir. How much did you get paid today, Brian, on Bass for Cash? Now, Brian can answer this question whenever I say, who all in the chat has won some funds on Bass for Cash before? Brian can now say me, and then I'll say, well, how much did you get paid? Is there anybody else in the chat that has won Bass for Cash before? What's going on, Caleb? Joe Blow says, I thought I saw that that tip load up. Yeah, it did. I got a hit, but it didn't take it all the way enough for me to get the hook into it. Lonnie says, my first joining. All right, first time tuning into the channel. We have anybody else that's new to the channel? In the chat, if you're new to the channel, type new in the chat. Type the word new in the chat if you're new to the channel. All right, can't get them to take it. So let's see if they'll do some top water action for a little bit. Dottie said, Terry, you swear you're the only one that's won twice. Yeah, there's been a few people that's won more than once. What's going on? We got the Bass Duo tuning in. All right, guys, we got a little bit of overtime left on the clock. We got 18 more minutes left. 18 minutes. Oh, that's right. Blaster did guess the right weight one time, but he was not a member of the money team at that time. So the tiebreaker goes to the member of the money team. So Blaster lost out on that one. I guess Terry C remembers that. We got largemouth bass 10 in the chat. Yeah, Dottie was a big winner. Dottie, how much did you win? It seemed like Dottie won like $100 and something, I think, right? Because people had rolled over the funds a few times. Dottie said 120. I knew it was a triple-digit win. Joe Blow says 120 would buy a rod. That is right. Shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. SWAT Lawn Operations has been paying out some funds to people guessing the weights of these fish. We have to make sure we support the companies that support the fishing community, guys. So if you like this type of content, you want to keep rolling, make sure you support companies like SWAT Lawn Operations. All right. Oh, my. There we go, guys. We got him. He's not a biggin. It's not a biggin, but it's a fish. He's still swimming towards us, though. Yes, it's a little baby. We need to stick and move. Do you see him, guys? You see that little baby? I'm going to show you how big the bait is in comparison to how big the fish is. All right, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Stop fighting. Do not hit me. Look at that fish, guys. Now, let me show you how big the fish is in comparison to the bait. You guys see that? It's a little cutie. All right, let's roll to a different area, guys. And we'll finish up our last. We still have about, 14 minutes left. So we need to go to a place where we have a... Frisco said, let's fish a dock. All right, guys, we're going to go and close it off at a dock. How about that? See if we can get one more fish to the boat. We might get one more winner for the day. Shout out to Clint Perry. Is Clint Perry the sponsor for today? Does anybody know? Is it Clint Perry? All right, let's see, guys. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I think Clint was like, oh, yeah, let me go ahead and slide on in and make it clear. Shout out to CP, guys. If you see something, say something. Shout out to Jam. That gifted membership went to Kevin King. Terry, he was like, oh, yeah, I see something. Uh-oh, guys, I'm getting a notification. It looks like I may have ran out of time. All right, the rain slid through and kept on rolling. All right, guys. Y'all wanted to fish a dock. Guess what we have right there, Frisco? There's a dock. All right, how much more time do we have on the overtime shot clock? Frisco said, you know that's not funny. Frisco, it's a dock. That's not what you wanted. Brian said, I got 9 minutes on the shot clock. Frisco, this doesn't count. Frisco, it's a dock. Look at it. You see those metal things right there on the side? Let me show you. Right there, the little metal piece right there. That's where you tie the boat off on. It's a boat dock. Just out here enjoying the scenery. No, that's a boat ramp right there, Frisco. That's a boat ramp. That is a boat dock. Joe Blow said, fish that boat dock. Show enough pain. Show enough pain. We got Pro Broden in the chat. What's going on? Good to see you back in here. Jam says, fish that bridge, money. Go fish that bridge. Blaster said, take me to the bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take me to the bridge. All right, let's see, guys. We're going to just slide it on by here. See if any of these fish want to come out and play. We just need one. Yep, somebody was easing up behind me, but they kept on going. Got some laydowns back there. You guys see that? We'll go back there and fish those too. We'll fish those before I head out. You know what? I think it's about time for another battle of the anglers, guys. What do you think? Frisco says, I'll catch a few for you this weekend. Brian says, yes, I want to join. How do I get in? What are you guys talking about joining? Oh, Brian, you're saying you want to fish him the Battle of the Anglers, huh? Connor said, yeah, me too. Dottie said she wanted a reweigh. So yeah, when we do the next one, I'll post the information out and we'll make it happen. Uh-oh, we got Michael Harden. Do you guys see that? We got a new member of the Money Team. Shout out to Michael Harden, guys. If you could, if the Money Team members and the chat, if you guys could welcome the new Money Team member. And for anybody that doesn't know, anytime you hear me referring to the Money Team, those are the people that are have the badges next to the name. The Money Team are the members of the channel. Everybody putting MH in the chat. Shout out to Michael Harden. Jim says that chop is what cost you, Dottie. The boat was bouncing around when I weighed the fish. You should have won. Tell Brian to give you your money back. Tell him that's my money. Connor says, do you crappie fish? No, sir. I haven't done that in a long time. All right, let's go fish this lay down, and then we're going to ease on up out of here. All right, we see. So take a look, guys. There's some rocks back there. Those rocks probably come out into the water a little bit. Looking around in this cove. You see that lay down right there? So we're going to go over here and fish that. Connor said, hit that cove, man. You got to hit the cove. All right, so we got a tree coming out into the water right over there. So let's ease over there real quick. Connor said, it's too fishy over there. All right, so we're back to throwing a shaky head. Like I told you guys before, somebody was asking about my setup. I like throwing it on a spinning reel, but for shallow water, really, I'll throw it on a bait caster too. But generally for deep water is why I throw mine on a spinning reel, so that I can make sure that the bait stays on the bottom. It's easier for me to track that bait and make sure it stays on the bottom of the spinning reel, because I can watch that slack in the line a lot better. That's really the main thing for me. But you see how I'm just throwing it in there with all those branches and everything on this laydown? So that's why I put that 12-pound line on there, because the same way that I'm fishing this laydown that's right here in this shallow water, same thing is out there in 30, 40, 50 feet of water, and I fished that the same way. Clint said, nice looking green water. Oh yeah, look at it. On the videos that I put out, the water has a real bright green color to it, similar to what you're seeing now. And somebody was sent me a message one time and said, hey man, why do your videos make the water look green? I don't know. I don't know what makes that water glow like that on the videos. Jim says, flip a top water over there. You think a fish will come up and hit something on top over there? Show enough, babe. Every minute, I don't ever want to. All right, so there's another little ramp back here. We're just gonna fish all the way at the end of the ramp. I can kind of see it under the water. It's not really deep at all, but there's generally like rock and stuff like that at the ends of these ramps. So it might be a fish just lounging around up there. Linda said, what's your best today? My best today was the fish that we weighed for Bass for Cash. Somebody won a $20 bill. All they had to do was subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and they walked away with a $20 bill. Shout out to Brian Baker. Oh, Brian, are you still in the chat? Is Brian Baker still in the chat? So, Brian, were you able to pull up FishXLive and see where you register at for the tournament? Shout out to Connor. Appreciate you for tuning in, hanging out with me for a little bit today. We had a good time. Brian says, yes, I saw it. It has soon as we get off, I will go do it. Okay, all right. Shout out to Brian. All right, so is anybody else interested in fishing a tournament? The payout will be $2,000 to the winner. Now, the thing about this tournament, you will only be competing against 19 anglers. They're going to cut off the registration at 20 boats. So you'll only be fishing against 19 other people. And the payout is $2,000 will go to the person who comes in with the best weight for 5 fish. It is a winner-take-all tournament, guys. It's going to be a good deal, a lot of fun. I plan on going out there and walking away with the grand prize. The tournament is being hosted by Anthony Perez. And if you go to FishXLive.com, download the app for free, click on the tournaments tab, and you will see that tournament. It probably says that, it'll tell you the countdown to when the tournament starts. And then you'll be able to see how many people have actually registered. Once you click on the tournament and choose Watch Live, you will actually see the leaderboard with the people on there. So your registration number is your blast-off number. Frisco said, throw a chatterbait. Frisco, I'd have to go in my go in the rod locker and tie on a chatterbait. I don't even have one tied on right now. Joe Blow, so do you fish Lake Sinclair? And for me, Frisco, I would throw a chatterbait on Sinclair. For me, I don't really fish a chatterbait on Lanier. Although I have caught a spotted bass on a chatterbait fishing it over laydowns. But those type of bites for me was not that common. Joe Blow says, I haven't, but I'm not far from it. Oh yeah, that $2,000 payout has some people considering that. They're like, $2,000? Only got 19 competitors? Some of these other tournaments, you're fishing against 50 boats, 100 boats and stuff like that. And the payouts like $2,500 or something. Frisco said largemouth swim there too. That is correct. Yeah, if you're up north on this lake, further north than where I'm currently at, you have a better chance. I would say you have a better chance of catching largemouth going back into the, going up north and going into the coves. Frisco said, 2-spot addicted. Yes, sir. On this lake, I have learned my lesson. I used to go largemouth hunting, and you can spend a lot of time going after those largemouth, and then people come in on this lake with a 20-something pound bag with all spots on it. I mean, all spots in that bag. So I was like, man, I need to figure out how to catch these spots on this lake. Brian says 9 approved, 10 total. There you go, Brian. That's it. So all you do is just click. Once you click on the tournament and click that registration button, you'll see how to go through and complete it. And then you'll receive your confirmation through email. That's how I got mine. And then what's the other thing? Then you can click on that leaderboard and you can actually see the people that have signed up for it. Frisco said, you still trying to figure that out. All right, people. Let's end it off with a few topwater casts just for the fun of it. Because it's fun. Walking a topwater bait, across a point, seeing if you might get a blow up. You never know. So I should change this out to a bone color. But right now I'm a little tired. I'm lazy. So we're going to keep it with the chrome and just kind of fan cast this point out here. man, 2 hornets or wasps just came out here and checked me out, came and took a look, and they were like, okay, you good, buddy, and then just flew back to where they came from. They were like, are you friend or foe? I'm like, hey, I'm friend, partner. I don't want none of that action. Frisco said, these last 5 months without my boat, I have vicariously fished vicariously, but I am back at it Saturday. Okay, all right. Frisco is back in action. Shout out to Clint Perry. He said, thanks for the entertainment, guys. All right, there we go, guys. That's all she wrote. Big shout out to Brian Baker, the winner of the day. Walked away with a nice $20 bill. But you know what? If he was a member of the money team, it would have been double. Shout out to Brian, the Fisherman Baker. Big shout out to Clint Perry. Clint Perry, I believe, is the sponsor of today's shindig. Big shout out to Clint Perry. And then who slid in with that honorable mention, guys? Who was it? You know, I can't keep up with things like I used to. Who was it that came through with the honorable mention for today? Does anybody know? It was Ken. Shout out to Ken. Ken on the fluke. All right, guys, had a great time out here again. Shout out to Brian. Okay, so Brian said he's gonna fish that Lake Sinclair tournament. Oh my goodness, guys. There are bait fish all out through there. You know what? Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look and see what is going on out there. I see pods of bait fish just cruising along the top. And let me just get ready for it just in case something spectacular starts happening. Frisco said, I thought you were done. I was, Frisco. But if I see something, I gotta say something, right? Let's see if you guys can see it. Can you see that area out there that kind of looks like a little wake right here? That's a bunch of bait fish. So I'm gonna ease out here and see what's going on. Frisco said, home going to put you in the doghouse. It's Frisco's fault. I tell you, it's Frisco did it. Frisco made me do it. Dottie said, I see it. Let's get out there and cast out there to that and see what happens. Yeah, I can see the fish, but I don't see any other fish with it. Blaster says he ain't living right. Frisco ain't living right. Frisco. I forgot. Frisco was trying to get a membership for like, it's been about 3.5 years, right, Frisco? Blaster said Frisco ain't living right. All right, so we're out here with all, right in the midst of all these bait fish, but I don't see any bass or anything around them. All right, guys, it's time to go get some grub. Gotta go eat a little something. All right, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like I said, big shout out to Clint Perry. Clint Perry is the sponsor of today's live stream with those gifted memberships. Everybody put CP in the chat. Want to give a nice honorable mention to Ken. Ken was out in here doing his thing. He was like, come on, MoneyBass, catch him on a fluke. I'll get my fluke game up for you, Ken. And I'm trying to make my way to some docks, guys. I'm trying. It may not seem like it, but I'm trying. But it's hard. It's hard because this deep water keeps calling me. It keeps calling my name. All right, appreciate that, Robert. All right, guys, I'm about to head in. Appreciate you, Ken. Appreciate you, Clint. Shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. And don't forget, FishXLive.com. If you guys want to participate in a $2,000 payout tournament, fishing against 19 other anglers, they're going to cap the entries off at 20 boats. $2,000 goes to the person that comes in with the biggest bag of 5 fish, guys. Just that quick and easy. All right. Appreciate you, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream.